Today I'm going to walk you through making a simple spreadsheet using Microsoft Excel. Now this is going to be very basic. There's many ways to create budgets. You can get as fancy or as in depth as you would like, but this is for mostly beginners or someone just starting out making budgets. You can search online for pre-filled or pre-made budget spreadsheets. They are out there, but if you're anything like me, I just like to do my own. It's just more fulfilling to me. So as you guys can see, I started. Don't worry, I'm going to show you in another sheet how I did this. But I like to break my spreadsheet like this, starting off with the checks, which is however you get paid, whether it's your place of employment, you're self-employed, contractor. In this example, I'm going to use the first of the month and the second of the month, and we're going to do like a sample, a sample amount, right? So let's say you get a check on the first. We're going to do first of the month, 15th of the month, put the amounts. I like to break mine up by the bills, different bills, of course, household bills. That's like if you got a car payment, rent, you have mortgage, you have gas, electric, those things. We have subscriptions. Yes, you can put subscriptions on the bills. I like to put them separate. Personal thing, you can get as festive and creative as you want going forward. And the third is investment savings. Okay, so these three are just where the money is going, and this is the checks over here. So investment savings, pay yourself first, always important. So you're probably like, how did you get these colors? Did you do it, one by one? No, I'm going to show you how I actually did it in the next sheet. All right, guys? All right. So I just did that in Excel by, taking the cells I want. So let's just say I wanted to do these cells, right? And how did I format it? I hit format as a table, and I chose this one. Now you can choose any one. This grabs the cells, right, from A1 to D19. So that's what this means. And bam, right? Filter, you can change, the titles, the amounts, the bills, whatever. So I just wanted to show you guys how I did that. So let's just go back to this. Now, we're going to choose a date. Now, when you do a budget, you can actually do different months. We're just going to choose November here. I don't know when you guys are watching this video. I'm doing this in October. You may be seeing this in the future, right? So let's see. November. We're going to make this for November. So let's start off. I named these, as you can see, when you make your thing, you can click in and make that. So we're going to put the first of the month. First of the month. And yes, there's a way to make that bigger. Just double click on this. I'm not sure if everyone knows the shortcut keys in Excel. So maybe you'll learn some of that today. And we're going to do the 15th of the month. Now, I know checks vary. It may change different months. That's why, I want to do it that way. You can always add another sheet by hitting this plus. And let's say this will be December, right? So each month, you can just then copy and paste this into the next sheet. So what do I mean? Let's say we're going to take this whole thing, Control C or Command C. I'm using a MacBook, so I'm not sure what you guys are using. And then you can paste it over here. Okay. And then you can just redo this and delete everything for December. But I don't want to do that yet. So these are going to be the checks. Let's exit out of that. We want to make it a size we can see, right? Okay, it doesn't need to be bold. Actually, let's let it be bold. So the amounts we have, let's say your check is, what do we want to do? After taxes. So I know you may be watching this either from another country, this country, wherever you are. I'm in the United States, if you couldn't tell by my accent. The first of the month, we're going to say you get paid $1,500. We're just going to use this. $1,500, this is everything you get in your check after taxes, after 401k, after health insurance kind of energy. It's the physical net income that you see. Okay? So we're going to say you get that for both checks. So let's say your check was actually like 2,200 or 2,300, but taxes and maybe your job takes out your health insurance and maybe you put away, let's say 5% to your 401k pre-tax, because you can also do it Roth, which is after tax. But listen, this channel, we're going to go through all of that as we progress along this road on YouTube, okay? So we have that, and we're going to total this, okay? So the total is going to be equal to the sum, and then you're going to put a parentheses, and a way you can just total it is drag it down, close the parentheses, and enter, okay? So yes, I'm going to make this bigger because, hey, we need to see what we have going on. We're going to bold everything. So this is your total. Okay. Now let's see what we have with your bills. Let's say you're paying a mortgage. Now, trust me, guys, I know these numbers, you're probably like, oh, I cannot live like this. We're going to use just random numbers because this is just a sample. I don't want anyone to be like, where do you live with that mortgage, So, yes, let's see. We're going to have a mortgage. Let's say you have car insurance. The thing about heat bill and electric and gas, those change every month depending on where you're at. Like if you rent, it may be included. If you have a mortgage, it depends on how much you use a month, right? So we're just going to use simple numbers, okay? We're going to say electric bill, we're going to say gas bill, and we're going to do that for now. I'm going to think of other things as we go along. So let's say your mortgage is $1,000. Okay, we're going to say your car insurance is $95. And we're going to say your electric this month is $50. And let's say your gas this month, where I'm at, it's right now it's fall going into it's not going into fall. It just started. Fall just started, right? So as we get into those colder months, sorry guys, so the colder months, you're going to use more gas, right? But let's say we're not quite there where we have to use it. So we're going to say that is 60, okay? Just numbers. Let's total this out. So as you see, I have this total here, and you know what I want to do? I want to make this whole line yellow. You don't have to do that. I just want to do that, okay? So the totals, this is going to be equal to this whole line here. So let's sum it up. The sum, and we're going to do what we did before. We're going to drag further down in case you want to add any bills, right? So that's going to total everything from F2 all the way to F18. So look, right now we have $1,205. Let's say we add a car payment, right? You have a car payment. We're going to add a car payment, $170. It changed, right? Cool. Subscriptions. Let's say you have Netflix. I don't know how much that is anymore, so we're just going to say $10. Let's say you have like a music subscription. So let's say you have Apple Music. How much is this stuff? I don't have I use a different one. I don't use Apple Music. So we're just going to say $10 for everything right now. What else? What other subscriptions? There's so many subscription-based services these days. It's like hard to keep up. You know what I should have done over here? I didn't put a phone bill. Not that it matters. It's just really to show you. We're going to add a phone bill. We're going to say it's $70. And the sums still change. And we want to make these bigger, right? Because we need to see those totals. Those are extremely important. Okay, there we go. And let's bold it. That's already bold. Okay. So let's make these bigger too. I'm trying to make it oops, sorry guys. I dragged it wrong. All right, it's not letting me do all. So we're just going to put this to 16. We're going to put this to 16 because those were way too small, right? This I didn't start yet, but we can already put it to 16. So Apple Music, Netflix, for now, that's all I can think of. So let's sum that up too, right? We're going to equal the sum. We're going to drag it because you can add stuff at any time as before. So everything in this column from J2 to J18, you can even drag it further, right? So the next thing we want to do is our investments in our savings. This is very important, especially if you want to retire at some point. Even if you want to take a little, sabbatical from work, you need to have the savings. So let's say out of this check, we need to add some stuff to this. I didn't think of groceries. So this is for a month, right? So if you're a single person, if you're a family, it may vary. We're going to say $350, leave it at that. So savings account. Let's say you take out $250 a month, okay? And let's say you have an investment account. Now there's different investment accounts. Let's say you have a Vanguard account, Vanguard Roth IRA, okay? We're going to put a Vanguard Roth IRA. Let's say you have a Fidelity brokerage account. Now, if you're like, what are these things? There are going to be more videos, but if you have these things, you can just add them. Let's make that bigger. So we're going to put you invest $100 in that a month and $100 in this. Okay? And we want to do what we always do, which is take that sum, which is very important. We're going to drag it down and bam. Now, we have this total here, right? Of all these things, and we make this. So you're like, okay, how can I get this total down? Subtract this from this. Now, this is the part I want you guys to look at. I like to say free flowing cash. How much money do I have after I pay all my bills? After I pay myself? I pay myself by putting money in my savings, which could be that. Let's also add an emergency fund. Yeah, that's a good thing to have. It's always good to have an emergency fund. 3 months minimum of like all your bills, right? So we'll get more into that, of course. So the emergency fund, we're going to put $150 a month. Now we want to know what's left over. We're going to call that free flowing cash. Okay? I like to call this fun. What can I do with all this fun money? Maybe I need to buy clothes, right? Maybe I want to go out to eat. How much money do I have left after all my bills? So let's make this wider. Now, you know how we do this equal. Now you're like, how are we going to do this, right? Don't worry. So this is going to equal, we want to take these three here and add them together, right? So we want to know what that sum is. So we're going to do that first. So, okay, guys, let me exit out of that. So we first want to take the total 3,000, and this is going to be cell B5, right? So we can equal, and this is going to be something you're going to learn. You want to put this, a $ B, and then you want a $5. See how that keeps this consistent, this one. And now you want to subtract, and you could do it like drag it here. Okay? So that's going to take this and subtract whatever totals come here. And we need to always close that out, and we're going to equal that. Okay? Okay, that wasn't supposed to happen. So let's do that again. We're going to equal. First, we want to do this because we want to make sure that we don't actually have all that extra stuff. So let's total all the bills we're paying out. So this total equals, we're going to total this again. So what do I mean total? We just want these right here. So we want to equal the sum. And I'm just really doing this as I go, guys. So that's why I'm like, oh, if I make mistakes, it's okay. I'm like really doing this with you. So this is this total here. So let's put total of all money. How all money going out. You don't have to put it like that, but we're going to keep it like that for a while. And I want you guys to see something. So this is the total of the money going out over here. This is going to change if let's add a prescription. Oh, maybe a prescription. I don't know. Let's say this month you do got to pay for a prescription. That's $15. You saw that change? It added that. It took this 3,000. It added this. So now what we want to do is we now want to have this. This is where this comes into play. So we want to equal what we did before when I showed you the B5, okay? B5 is this. This is constant. What you make is constant over here. And we're going to subtract that from this, B31. And that's the amount of cash you have to enjoy for the rest of the month. Or you can use outside of that. Let's make that red. Okay, actually we shouldn't make it red because red to me is if you were in the deficit. Usually if you're in deficit, it's going to be parentheses. Let's make it actually blue, right? Nice and blue. Let's make it as big as we can. That's the money we're going to be using. Now, you want to see that change? Let's say this month you decide to add more to your savings. I want to put $300 in my savings this month. Now that I put $300 in my savings this month, right? Look what we have. This change and this change, right? So let's do this one more time. We're going to add, what's another app that we pay for? Let's say you have Apple and Spotify. I don't know. Let's say it's $5. That changed, right? You see it went to $24.85. Now you have $515. Oh, okay. I can actually go out this month. Oh, okay. That's going to be a fun account. I have a fun account. I don't know if anyone else does. Let's say this fun account. This fun account, I want to put everything I want to do for fun. $200. That's to go out to eat, dine out, meet up with friends, have a drink after work, whatever it is. And you still have extra money. So this just lets you know where your money is going. I wanted you guys to see like the changes in it. So I was just adding stuff and removing stuff. And as I said, you can take this same one, right? And it's going to copy the formula each month. We created December. We're going to put it in here, right? Unless, you just double click these to make them, bigger. Okay, we got that. I'm sorry if I sniffle. I have allergies. The season's changing right now, so sorry guys if I'm sniffling. So let's say this month is different, right? Let's say you got a bonus. This month I got a bonus. And we're going to zoom out a bit so you guys can see. Oh, wait, let me put it on here. I want you guys to see everything. This month I got a bonus. My bonus is $1,000. And you can always add extra, you can add an extra row if you want to, okay? That is completely up to you. For some reason, I use I use a regular Windows computer for like work, Windows laptop, and then I use my MacBook. So sometimes I get confused with the control and command buttons. So sorry if you see me like clicking, you're like, what? Okay. That's why. So you can always insert another row if you need to, or like move this down. But the bonus now is here. So we didn't include this row in our sum, right? We stopped this sum at this one right here, row 3. So we need to change this. This sum needs to be from here to here. Before it was only there and there. So now we have to just make sure we update that. Oh, wait, look at our free flowing cash. Where did it go, right? It's there. It just needs to be wide. We have more. We have more now with this bonus. So as we make these changes, maybe you got a raise each month, that's going to change, but this formula remains the same. You added stuff now, right? Now you're saving. Now you're investing $500 because now you have this extra money. Now you're putting $1,000 in your Fidelity brokerage account. Oh, we just got to free flowing cash to 15. This month you have an unexpected car repair. Car repair that we didn't plan for. And let's say we do this. Oh man, now we're in the red, right? Now we're in the negative. So if you pay attention to your budget each month, it's going to be hard for you to hit this red, right? You put a little extra money here that maybe you could have used for this unexpected car repair, but you do have an emergency account, right? Emergency fund account. So you may not even take the money from this. You may just take it from your emergency fund account, which, as I said in a later video, we are going to go through that. So this is a simple way, right? And you're taking the information each month, and now we're going to create even a new month here, and this is going to be January, and we're going to do the same thing. And you can even, however you want to do this, maybe you want to add a color, tab color, yellow. As you can see, I like yellow. This is going to be yellow. You can make them all the same, or you can, get creative, get festive, right? It doesn't even have to be the way you see I did it. So this is a simple budget for you to create every month and follow along. You know how much free flowing cash. This is the money I have after everything, after, it all. And the checks is like also after your net. I always put the net. I don't see no reason for doing gross, but there's more in-depth budget, especially if you own your own business, because then you have that thing of where you need to make sure you're keeping track of your deductibles, right? If you buy equipment, you can write that off on your taxes. If you have like a business lunch or something, you use your funds for that. You car rentals. So that is a completely different thing. This is just probably for the most average worker who works a regular job. You get a W-2 in the mail. I think even contractors, if you get like a 1099, you can still deduct certain things. So that may be a little different too. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I was able to help you, create a simple budget. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, share, subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated. And thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the channel, the information that you're getting. And trust me, a lot more is coming, okay? Thank you guys so much. And have a great day. Bye, guys.